Good day, and we're out here in the desert, Red Rock Canyon, Hummingbird Springs, Red Rock Springs, Red Springs, Sandstone Canyon. It's got many names. Shark fins out to my right there, and swimming northeast. And today, believe it or not, is education and safety, and we're going to take a little hike, which is like a little hiking, bushcraft survival thing, but we're only going to go for 45 minutes and then turn around. Today, just a short little meander, see what we can find, see if we can find any wildlife, and also too, we're going to keep this short and sweet. So let's get going. Got a little footage and video filming of the canyon here and some rock climbers. That's the first thing I got, and you saw that already. Let's see what else we can find. So people always say, hey, they ask a question, well, how did all these large sandstone mountains get so high into the sky? I mean, 1,000 feet, 2,000 feet high, they jutted and more. And, you question it. Was this all underwater at one time and then it just eroded down to what we see? Or did something during some time during Earth's hundreds of thousands of years, maybe a million years or a couple million years, did something just all of a sudden just push straight up? And then once it pushed straight up, did it push up again or did it just stop? Like the shark fin in the background there, that's really high, because there's a mountain in front of that that's probably 6,000 or 7,000 feet. Shark fin's got to be 7, 8, 9,000 feet, maybe 10. Mount Charleston is 12,924 feet high. So you can see that over hundreds and thousands of years, the rock has been falling down to the bottom of the base of the mountain, because on some of the mountains, there's lots of rocks and debris and so forth from expansion and contraction. On other areas that face, say, east, you don't see as much, but then you have brown sandstone, you have red sandstone, you have super hard rock that's like the mountain we're looking at, and then you have the mountain behind, which is a shark fin mountain. Shark fin. And the question is, did it just jut up at one time, or was it a slow process, or was it a like an earthquake that happens like in a minute or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, and then all of a sudden you have these mountains? So I don't know. Look it up, check it out. Do a little research, ask some questions, and see if it was underwater and then that's where it came from. The mountains were underwater, and then through erosion and rain, it left us these mountains, or was it all of a sudden it pushed up and we had these big mountains? That's the question that we have to search and think about while we're walking today. All right, let's keep going and see if we see them. I saw one bird fly by. That was it, real quick. Hey, well, down here, there's water here in the desert. Right there it is. You can see. Just wanted to show you. You can see it ripple, but it's definitely water down there. It's only about 30 feet, and there's grass around there. And if you stayed right about here, like, you'd see all kinds of animals come down here and drink. Rabbits, all kinds of wildlife would come down here and check it out. But anyway, let's keep going. It's just a little teeny pond, maybe like, I don't know, 15 to 20 feet by 4 feet wide, and that's it right down here. But there's water in here too. There's little spots, and all the way up the canyon of this little spot. And this isn't Green Valley. Green Valley's over towards Shark Fin Trail in that direction, and if you go west, that's where it's at. Pretty cool stuff. All right, let's keep rolling. All right, getting a little hot out. Took my hat off. These little things, they're like little prickly things, and they seed and then they grow again next year. But down on the base of them, the whole stem is all like thorns. But these are the kind, they're similar to the ones that if they stick, they can stick to your clothes. They got little Velcro hooks on them. If you look real carefully. But look at these thorns. These thorns are deadly. That's why you gotta always be careful when you walk in the desert where you walk. So let's take a moment and talk safety out in the desert. Should you carry 2 cans of bear spray when hiking alone? Absolutely. A large knife? Absolutely. A handgun? Depends. Bear spray is pretty potent for any bear, mountain lion, coyote, wolf that's out here. But this is a populated area where I'm at, so it doesn't necessarily get bears. I've seen foxes, coyotes, large rabbits, hares, cottontails. The hares are real big. I mean, the ears are like 14, 16 inches high. They stand up. They look like they're 2-3 feet high. And they hide behind these like shrubs, and you can see their ears. And it's really funny because you can still see their ears behind the shrubs, but they think they're hiding. But they're actually, you know, taking in sounds. They don't need to visually see you. They can use their ears. But it's funny when you see them out here hiding behind something and you see their ears stick up. But other than that, yeah, you know, it's Las Vegas, Nevada in here. And, you know, when you start to go up towards Mount Charleston where there's more trees, more wildlife, less people, yeah, it's a serious stuff. And at that point, you definitely need to get more serious about everything. 2 cans of bear spray with the holsters ready to rock and roll. Probably, I don't know, $80. Handgun, I have no idea, you know, what they sell for these days. And, you know, you can take extra bullets with you, but you're not going to probably necessarily need them. The chances of you running into something 2 or 3 times on the way back from an incident is very, very rare, but it can happen. To reload. And then, you know, and bear spray, you don't need to use the whole thing. Once they leave, you know. And you have probably, you know, with a 9.2 ounce can of bear spray, my guess is you have probably 5 seconds. So if you just go, psh, that's like a half second. Psh, that's another half second. So you got like, you know, 10 shots maybe, okay, before you have to take out your second can of bear spray. You can also test bear spray too. So you can actually take the pin out and just go psh, and see if there's bear spray in it, and also it's pressurized. Because if it gets a hole poked into it, which can easily happen when you're sitting down on rocks and stuff, these rocks out here are super sharp. So some people don't like to put it on their hips and their belt. They like to put it across their chest. So it's like one on each side, and then, you know, wherever they want to keep their handgun, that's up to them. But yeah, that's it. Let's keep going. Wildlife is a little quiet today. No idea why, but let's keep checking out. So that rock that's hanging up there, I've looked at that every time I've hiked out here. Water and snow goes in it. That's so heavy. It's a big, gigantic rock. I'm not sure if people hike on that or climb on it, but eventually that rock is going to come sliding down and it's going to be at the base of the mountain. If it snows really, really hard this year, I'm thinking that it could happen this year, because it's so much weight on just so little of a base, and it comes down. I'll show it to you in a minute. Here we go. So this is a rock. Water goes in here and behind it, and it's all the weight is on this little piece here and this little piece here. And water's also coming in at maybe a 10-degree pitch coming into here. And all that rock from top to bottom is all on that stress. And when that gives out, it's just going to come sliding down and crash down right to here. Here's a little chipmunk hole. Someone lives down there. Right there. You can see that they kick stones out. That little chipmunk would be living down here. And right down in there, unless it gets really warm out, he's not coming out or she's not coming out. And if there was snow out here, you could see like little stuff all over, like little melted spot around it. It'd be pretty cool. This is one of my favorite hikes up through here. This is a large balancing rock. Over time, it'll slowly, disintegrate because there's layers of sand, and as the water seeps in between each layer, it'll break off and so forth. It'll take time because there's not a ton of 32 Fahrenheit temperatures below freezing out here. It does happen. Coming off Mount Charleston, which goes way, way low, probably 30, 40 below zero Fahrenheit. And this here has a beautiful cactus. It's amazing. And this is like amazing. That's all I can tell you. Now behind me, Balancing Rock is just behind me, maybe 100 feet. And straight across you'll see the brown sandstone, and then you'll see the gray sandstone. Well, this sandstone over here is more of a, soft sandstone, sort of like behind me. This is super soft sandstone. And then that gray stuff, that stuff is really hard. And some of the stuff up there is almost razor sharp. And it's amazing. And you can just see how over hundreds and thousands and hundreds of thousands of years, how the stone just keeps on eroding down from the rain. And since there's not that much rain all the time, the erosion is slow. And you can see the trail that cuts along the side. It's on the gray side, not on the brown side over there. It's on this side. And that was the last video I did, which was really good. And we got some great footage. And believe it or not, it was a cloudy day, so I was able to look south and do some photos, which I normally can't do because I'm looking into the sun, and the sun was coming through the clouds, which was very, very, very interesting and very nice and very cool. So we're just going to keep on rolling, and then we're going to head back. My timer just went off for 45 minutes, so I'm going to start heading back. You say, well, how does, on a big piece of sandstone, how does a plant like this little cactus grow in the sandstone? Well, what happens is all of the other plant life that's above it decays, falls down, and it gets blown underneath this little crevice and crack here, right here, and it just gets stuck in here, and then that's how it grows. And then it stays moist because this little ledge creates a shadow, so it stays moist in here all summer long, and any water that does go in, it stays moist. So this little plant, this little cactus, always has water all summer long. Pretty amazing. That's pretty amazing. And it might get bigger. If it does get too big, then a windstorm could blow it over. But there's a 3-foot, there's like a little ledge here that's going to protect it from the winter. So it's gonna, I think this cactus here probably is going to live and grow out to the side here and fill this whole area up. Probably, I'm thinking that cactus could probably be there for hundreds of years, and I'm sure so, maybe thousands, unless something comes above it and comes crashing down on it, but I doubt it. All right. All right, so I'm gonna finish up this hike and start heading back, and if I see any wildlife, that'll be it. I'm trying to make this video really short this time, and I'm not sure if this is my 20th or the last one was my 20th video, but my content is going to be more focused on safety and education in the future, a lot more pertaining to things that you can do to be safe while hiking, bushcrafting, surviving, camping, fishing, different things. Also too, we're going to take some trips down to Fremont Street old Las Vegas. We're going to take some trips to Las Vegas and some areas around Las Vegas too, and share with you some really interesting areas. And I happen to do some of my hiking in this area here since I'm familiar with it. And once you get familiar with an area, you most likely will hike there more often, because when you go off into a new area that you're not aware of and don't know what the surroundings are like, or who's out there, what's out there, what kind of animals are out there, even around Las Vegas, you have to be careful and be safe. So until the next time, thanks for joining me, and hope you enjoyed today's little journey and adventure. And until again, be safe. All right, keep getting educated. Everybody always has something to say. You go to 20 different colleges, they'll give you 20 different answers. It's amazing. Yep. So no one's right, no one's wrong. Search your answers yourself and figure it out, because someone's waiting for you to figure it out too. All right, we'll see you. Oh my gosh, we finally found, I think they're wrens. They sound like guinea pigs. They go, "Eet, eet, eet, eet." And they're in the wild, really in the desert floor, which is extremely rare because they're so camouflaged. They hide and they run real quick until the next shrubbery in the brush. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing. We saw them. Maybe we're going to see some other wildlife today. Today's December 2022. It's Friday. It's probably about maybe 1 o'clock in the afternoon p.m. It's nice out. It's about 55 degrees Fahrenheit, no wind. So the sun feels good in here in the valley. All right, let's keep going.